Hello, my name is Cornelia Thomi from Let It Go Healing, as well as Thomi Forestry. I just wanted to let you know that I have some really amazing offerings coming up here in September and into October. So in September, I am running a school ecology program, and we are expanding it into different locations in the area. So we are in Mackenzie, and the program has been in Mackenzie for 12, 13 years. And how it works is that there's a presentation and then a field trip. And the field trip is where the bus funding is involved. The kids go out on a bus. They go to a site for the field trip. I have skilled and unskilled volunteers, as well as elders and knowledge keepers that come to the site and they share their knowledge. And each field trip has a different theme for it. And then the children, they come, they learn, they have fun out in nature, and then they go back to school. And we have the grade 7 tree planting is tomorrow on September 22nd. I have on September 26th, I'm in Chetwynd at the Chetwynd Little Prairie Community Forest with the grade 3 to 7 class from a local school. And on the 25th of September, I'm going to be in Solto First Nations community at their health and wellness fair as well. On October 3rd, we're doing the forest health field trip here in Mackenzie for grade 8. So there are lots of volunteer opportunities available right now if you're interested. The other thing that is special about this week, September 21st to 27th, is that it's National Forest Week. What that means is that all across Canada, people are having Forest Week events. So you can go to the National Forestry Week website and you can enter the draw if you're age 4 to 12. You can also enter a poetry contest if you're in high school. A photography contest is any age. And so I encourage you to go and check out those resources, or you can also find it on the Canadian Institute of Forest website. The other modules that I'm running are on October 6th, and 7th, I should say, I will be in the Hudson's Hope area doing grade 5 and grade 7 field trips. So there's lots of opportunity there for volunteers. They'll be around tree planting, around the forest values. And then in October 8th and 9th, I'll be in Chetwynd doing grade 5 field trips. And then at some point the following week, the October 14th to 17th week, we'll be again in grade 5 here in Mackenzie. Last week, actually, I was already in Fort St. James for the grade 5 and grade 7 field trip. The thing that we're doing for the Mackenzie field trip in October with the grade 5s is after the field trip, we are hoping that we can get the Kimta bus, if it's available, and open it up to the public as like a forest values tour for the public to better understand some forest practices. And also this will be a good time to come if you're a homeschooler as well, as long as you're over a certain age, because there is a bit of standing around and like learning. So if you're at a younger age where you need to run around, and it might not be the right program yet. In the springtime, we do have a lot more younger programs for younger children that are more hands-on for children. So these programs might be something that would be of interest. On September 29th, I'm doing a land and learn program over at Dieter's Farm by the yurts there. And we did a 3-day program this summer in July, and this is just an extension of it. We're going to be offering it for all the NID days or the professional development days for the teachers. There's going to be some days, spring break, winter break, when my schedule will align for it. And the idea there is just to bring your children out into the land, into nature, into an agriculturally type area, and so that they can explore insects, animals, trees, plants, and play games and use their imagination. And there's no screens because there's barely any cell service out there. And I always encourage the children to use their imagination. The last one there, they wanted me to set up an Xbox or something. I was tempted to take a box and spray an X on it and say, look, it's an Xbox. I don't think that would have been all that fun for them. But we did talk about Minecraft, and then we came up, I said, well, we could do Minecraft and we could be planting a garden, and then we could be having zombies, and then everybody dress up, and they just went with that idea and they made up their own game with it, and they're whispering to each other. And then I was like, oh, I think they got it figured. They got their own game going on, so that's amazing. The other thing that I also wanted to tell you that I do is at the Tailor's farm. He's got a yurt. It's a round building there with a stove, and I am going to be doing Reiki, ThetaHealing, and more forest immersions, relaxation immersions, and the Land and Learn program will be out there as well. So Reiki, if you don't know what that is the client lays on a massage table, and I've been attuned to the energy of Reiki, and the energy of Reiki just flows through me, and it comes from the Creator, Source, God, higher energy, and I just put my hands on or around the person, depending on how their comfort level is and what I'm guided to do. And the energy just flows through my hands, and the person brings the energy to them, and their body takes the energy and puts it where it needs to be. So the client is laying there, the client may fall asleep. So that's why I found many clients fall asleep, because the body is just doing the work, their energy system is doing the work. Now, everything is energy, right? We all know that from basic physics. Everything has energy. And the thing with Reiki is that you can work in the aura field of a person, and there are like 7 or so or more layers to the aura. And the thing is when people's aura become really clouded and punch full of holes, and their energy is really drained, their aura is not feeling good. It's feeling depleted, exhausted, fatigued. And over time, those energies of depletion, exhaustion, fatigue can show up in the body as disease, as an imbalance, as pain, as emotional overwhelm. So what I like to do with Reiki, or I tell people about Reiki, is that the Reiki energy clears the aura so that it doesn't get a chance to get into the physical body. With Reiki, though, you can also do the Reiki on the physical body, and you can also clear that energy from the physical body. So it's been really known for helping with pain management, reducing inflammation. In the US, they actually have something called medical Reiki, and they've used it at the Johns Hopkinson's medical hospital / research building that they have there. And they have found that when their person is properly trained to do Reiki in a hospital setting and knows where to stand and what to do and what not to do, because it's like medical type Reiki, they have found that the person in surgery heals faster, there's less blood loss, And the doctors and nurses and the whole energy of the room just feels much, much better and clearer. So what that means is that medicine is noticing how everything is energy, and that just because a person feels not good in the body, and that they go to the doctor, get tests done, and they can't find anything wrong. Well, we're energy. It shows up in the body last. So let's get all this stuff cleared out before it gets to the point where it's in the body and causing grief, pain, suffering. So I have clients that see me once a month, and they just get a refresher, just a clearing of the whole circuit. And they really come back, and they're just so relaxed, and they're like, wow, I just really enjoy this. And it gives them time to relax and connect with themselves. It's almost like a massage. I do a foot massage at the end, just so it makes the person feel more grounded after it. I love doing it. It's lots of fun. And as long as the person's okay with it, I always give messages from the creator, their spirit team, any other messages that come through. And then we talk about any of those messages. And then there might be an opportunity, if the client chooses, or if they have time, or I usually make sure I have ample time, is that it might go into a theta session. Now, a theta session is where we can actually go into any of the beliefs now that were created by a certain thought pattern. So you've got patterns and patterns and patterns, and sometimes those circles just keep following you through life. So you break up with someone that's not very nice to you. Then you find another partner, and they're not very nice to you, but they're a bit better than the last one. And then the third partner, he's a bit nicer, but still kind of still like that way. So you're like, why do I keep attracting the same people for a partnership? This is madness. This is when you realize, do I have some kind of a belief within me that is locking me into this thought pattern? How did this happen? And then you start thinking about it. When did this first start for me? Maybe it's because when I was a child, or my ancestors, or all of these ors, and then you start asking yourself these questions to your subconscious. And your subconscious starts answering these questions, so your conscious mind knows what's going on. Otherwise, your subconscious is constantly spinning things, and your conscious mind is like, why am I acting this way? So with theta healing, we can go to the core of that apple in a session. We can find that lower belief that started, that is holding all of those other beliefs in place. Through the creator, we can ask what the lower belief is. We go through a process called digging, where we dig down, asking the subconscious those questions that you normally would already be asking your subconscious. But then with theta healing, it just goes quicker, deeper, and we get to the root of the problem. When we find the root of the problem or the key belief, then we ask you, the client, your subconscious, whether you would like this released. Sometimes the subconscious likes to hold on to things because it kept them safe. It kept them alive. The subconscious doesn't know the difference between a good belief or a bad belief. They just know this belief kept them safe. So they're going to hold on and fight you for that belief. So sometimes clients get really angry because you're getting close. Sometimes they start fidgeting and wanting to avoid the conversation. Sometimes they start crying. This is just the release because we're so close to that key belief. So through the creator, we send more unconditional love. We may do a download that you feel safe. And then we may do downloads of different emotions that the person may never have felt before, protection of a mother, love of a father. And then when we're ready, we can pull that belief. We can put in a new belief that is better serving of the client. And these patterns, they fall apart. And the person, through changes in their habits, it takes 40 days to change a habit, they can start seeing changes in their life immediately. A sleep cycle is good because it really fully integrates everything. So what I've found with people I've worked with is that you can do this type of work on everything. You can do it on your finances. You can do it on grief. I've worked with people who have grieved for a long, long, long time, for people who have deceased. They are in the past. They stayed in the past. When this person died, they lost a part of themselves. They weren't able to move on because they lost a part of themselves. And just by working on that aspect of it and calling back soul fragments that were lost, soul essences, soul DNA, and having creator clear and rinsing them, that allows the person to be more fully here, present now. Other things I've worked on is teeth. I've worked on my teeth a lot of teeth work for me. And did you know teeth, including bones, are about support, spiritual support, feeling connected to the creator. If you have teeth issues or bone issues, something you definitely would like to work on is feeling connected to creator and feeling supported by creator. That's the main thing there. I've worked on lower back. I've worked on youth and vitality. Worked on the eyes. The eyes are a good one to work on. What is a person not wanting to see? What did the person may or may not have traded their eyesight for in ancestrally? Ears. What is a person not wanting to hear? Interesting. What about clutter in the house? Did you know that keeping stuff that you don't use, that you don't love, that you're keeping for a rainy day, just in case I need this, just in case, blah, 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 it can block your abundance. Did you know that hoarding stuff keeps you in scarcity mindset? It can. Did you know that once you release stuff that you're no longer in love with or love, that it can start bringing in new energy, new abundance, allowing the energy to flow? I'm also knowing that when I give money away, or I pay for something, or I pay extra for something, or give tip or something like that, and I feel good about it, that allows energy to come back. So theta healing, it can be very deep, can clear lots of deep resentments, regrets, rejections, betrayals, fears that have kept that person stuck in the past. And we're here to be in the present, in this moment, in this time, not to be stuck in the past somewhere. We're here all working towards moving forward in our lives. And how can we move forward if we're stuck in the past? We can't. There's so many benefits to theta healing. You can pull yourself out of your own spiral, as I said, and you can become the person that you know that you're meant to be, the person that you know you are, the person that you know that you're capable of, and you're able to move forward in your life. Theta healing is amazing. I teach Reiki and Theta healing. Reiki gets you connected with the aura and understanding the aura, the chakra process, the system. And then Theta healing takes you to the next level. Theta healing is the one that will help clear the mind, body, soul, emotional spirit, and spirit connection. It can do all four, whereas a lot of other healing modalities can only do one. Theta healing can do it all. It's amazing. With Theta healing, though, the person coming has to want to heal. Is the quickest way to heal you. Have to want to heal, have to want to do the work, have to want to put the effort in to change the habits, to change the circumstances in the life, to change your life. You have to take the steps to do that. Come for a session, we can talk about this. Want to change your life? We can make that happen. You can manifest anything you want in your life. What I found the biggest block is yourself. Get out of your own way, and then anything is possible. The more beliefs you clear, the easier it is to manifest, to bring in the abundance, to bring in the relationships, the love, the life that you want. And it's all possible. So I'm having this space at Theater's Farm in Mackenzie, south of Mackenzie, at the yurt, to do the Theta healing, the Reiki, and also to do the forest walks, forest immersion experiences. So with the forest immersion experiences, they're not like a forest walk where you just go walk in the forest and look at stuff. It's a bit more than that. We start off with slowing ourselves down, closing our eyes, and just really reconnecting into our space, into our bodies, into the earth, into the area around us. And the other people will be there as well. And it's a safe place. Everything said in the safe place is confidential and stays within the safe place. So I'm creating a container to allow people to be connected to nature, to their inner child, to the Creator. In, again, a safe place. So we do a bit of a walk where I have people go in any direction. Sometimes follow me, depending on the trail. If there's a trail, sometimes they just go where they would like to go. And they just allow their bodies to tell them whether they want to sit, stand, lay, roll around, climb a tree. Their body will tell them what they want to do. And then we have breaks and we just come together in circle and we just talk about what we're experiencing. We all get to hold the talking stick, feather, stone, rock, leaf, and pass it around. People can choose to share if they like or not. It's up to them. All is welcome in that space. So that practice just allows the person to get deeper and deeper. Again, connecting into the earth, nature, the beings around them. Sometimes we're more active depending on the group and the weather, and sometimes we're less active. All depends. It'll be a 2 to 3 hour walk. And I say walk a bit loosely there because sometimes it's a lot of standing, sitting, laying. So it's like immersion experience and it's relaxing. I'm also a yoga teacher, so sometimes, depending on the group, I add in some yoga, just to really get the people to feel into their bodies. We also can do something called Eco Nidra. And this is where we connect, depending on the weather and the bugs. I usually don't do Eco Nidra when there's bugs out. Is I have the clients go out into the forest and we're all together bringing mats and pillows and we just lay down in the forest and we really connect into the different parts of our body. We just allow and feel the earth as it supports us, and we release anything that's coming up, and we are just allowing the earth to hold us fully and completely. Now, this practice can be very nurturing, because a lot of us don't spend near enough time nurturing our own bodies, nurturing ourselves, giving ourselves this complete compassion. And when a guide says, yes, you are allowed to, yes, it's encouraged to, yes, it's okay just to be you, in a group of people without any expectations, without having to be a certain way or act a certain way or do a certain way, just to be themselves can be really freeing. And when you're with like-minded people who support you, then you can let your guard down. You can start releasing some of that deep trauma, those deep emotions that are stored in your body, that are causing the pain, the grief, the dis-ease. And this is healing also. Eco Nidra, I also bring in some Reiki into that as well. Because the Reiki energy helps to flow this energy. I found this tightness in the body, that Reiki energy allows the energy to start flowing. Allows the emotions to flow. And this is why this practice can also be done one-to-one or in a family group. As a family group, we just come in, ensure we're all supportive, and I set the foundation that we're supportive. The container has to be safe for everyone. Otherwise, they won't feel safe. So if you're feeling that you're wanting to do some of this practice, but you'd rather, I'm not sure I would feel comfortable doing this in a group setting, one-to-one is fine. We can set up one-to-one, start with a Reiki, or start with a forest walk, immersion experience. I'm working on a new word there. And then going from there, just allowing yourself the time. So could be a couple of hours, could be a 2-3 hour walk, followed by a Reiki when you're wanting to release it. The walk could release it, the immersion could release it, the Theta could release it. Theta releases lots of deep trauma. So how can you get a hold of me? My number is 250-617-8135. My email is cornelia@corneliatomi.com. My name is in the corner here, you'll see that. I'm also on www.corneliatomi.com. And yes, I can do Reiki on the phone. I can do distant Reiki over Zoom. I can do ThetaHealing over Zoom. The forest walks can also be done over Zoom, over phone. Eco Nidra can also be done over Zoom, over phone. And I also do travel. I love traveling. So if you have a group, or you have like a retreat, or you have a place for me to set up, I'd love to travel to your location and help support your group to in any of the ways I've mentioned. I may not have mentioned, I also do healing circles. So the forest immersions also bring in that healing circle aspect, that trust to being in a circle, that speaking, that talking together, but to also bring up and work through any grief that comes in. And together in a circle, we can all express who we are, and others will listen. And sometimes listening is listening is always very powerful. To be the witness, to be the observer. This is what I do when I work with Creator. Creator does all the healings. I just witness it. Without me witnessing it, it couldn't happen. So I'm there as the observer. So there's many different paths, many different ways that you can connect with me. I am up for going on bigger hikes and doing Reiki and multi-day hikes as well. If you've got a location, I can rearrange and come. I have my own wheels, my own camper, so I can go camping places. I've done a few cultural camps as well, doing Reiki for people, intuitive readings, connecting any ancestors that they would like to speak with, anybody who's deceased that would like to speak with them, or they would like to speak with, that type of work, all through the Creator, highest path, highest truth, highest information. And speaking with guardian angels, all of that is amazing. So if you feel called at all, I encourage you to reach out to me, and we can create a program for you, your community, your family that is in highest alignment to you. And everybody is able to have their own individualized plan, individualized journey, because we are all individuals. And on our journey of life, no one person has the same path. So we should all have different healing journeys. So I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for you to have been here listening to this. And I'd like to send you off with some unconditional love from the Creator. This is one of the downloads. And if you agree, just say yes. And Creator and I will send it. Thank you again.